Hi YouTube, welcome to my channel. So I wanted to make a quick introduction. I have a cat on me. So yeah, this is my religious spiritual pagan channel. So yeah, I started practicing near the end of 2012, officially near the end of 2012. But I done some research prior to that, and prior to that, I was looking at other faiths, other religions. I grew up Catholic, went through CCD classes, did my first communion, all that jazz. I ended up becoming a pagan. Yeah. In 2012, near the end of 2012, I basically decided I gotta try this pagan thing out. After exploring a bunch of religions, including paganism, I decided to give it a try. So I had always had this little statue of Bast, the Egyptian cat goddess. I had her because I love cats. So I got her when I was young as a gift, and it was just like a little decoration piece for a while. But after reading about paganism and seeing that, oh my God, people still worship these gods, which I'm actually amazed by, because I loved Greek mythology, Egyptian mythology. I loved learning about those stories. I loved reading them. But you're taught those religions are dead, long gone. And here I find people practicing them in different ways too. You got like eclectic pagans, you got your Wiccans, the Reconstructionist pagans, which I fell under, but I'm kind of like a Reconstructionist revivalist mix, because you can't recreate the past and you shouldn't live in the past. You gotta modernize it. But anyways, so I had this little statue of Bast, and I have always loved her. She's a cat. I'm a crazy cat lady. I decided, you know what? Why not try it? Why not see if something happens? So I took my little statue, took it down from my bookshelf. I put it on a little table. I got a little candle out. I lit it, and I very stupidly was like, "Hi, Bast. Not sure if this is real, but hi." Like, it was so bad. But I think Bast got a good laugh out of it. Anyways, I honestly felt something. I didn't know if it was her, if it was me wanting it to be her, if it was something else. Because there's something to be said about just this community of openness, for the most part. Something drew me to the pagan community too. Really, it's the openness. It's the so many different ways you can practice, which has good points and bad points. Like, the biggest problem with the pagan community is the community is so spread out. But that's another video. So yeah, end of 2012, got my little Bast statue, got my candle, started praying. Just been like, hey. I had a pendulum, and I had a tarot deck, because I liked this stuff when I was a teenager. I just didn't know it was possible for this to be religion. I didn't know people worship this. I didn't know people practice magic. I didn't know if it was anything more than just fun decoration, party tricks, whatever. So I got my tarot cards out, I got my pendulum, and I'm like, I'm going to try talking to you, Bast. Hi. So I did. I felt her. That's all I can say. Shortly after that, I tried reaching out to some other gods. So my heritage is Italian and Irish mostly. So I was already researching other pantheons of the gods, the Egyptian gods, Mesopotamian gods, the Irish gods, Norse gods, Roman gods, Greek gods. I personally take the belief that the Greek gods and the Roman gods are separate, and most Roman pagans do that. Even if you say they're the same gods, or if you say every god is the same kind of divinity, even if you say that, there's a reason the gods appear to you under this face. So there's a reason they come to you as Roman. That's my take on it. But I believe they're separate. And there might be a few exceptions, but for the most part, separate. So since my heritage is Italian and Irish, I decided to try and reach out to those gods. Now, I'm not one of those people that thinks only white people can worship the white gods and so on. No, anyone can worship the Roman gods. No, I'm not a nationalist or a fascist or anything like that. But, growing up in that household, I had a cultural connection with Italian American heritage and Irish American heritage. So I reached out. I pretty much got silence from the Irish gods. I was like, oh, okay. But the Roman gods answered. Well, Ceres answered. And she is my favorite. So I'm devoted to her now, and I am actually like a priest in training. That's another video. And I ended up really connecting with Ceres. At first I was nervous because I have mother issues, but it's another story. I was worried as I was projecting what I wanted, but as I continued to light candles and pray and communicate with Ceres and other Roman gods, I felt like, I just felt her. And I felt like, yeah, this is definitely her. This is definitely something. It's not me projecting. It's not wishful thinking. I don't know. It just felt like something more. But yeah, through Ceres, I ended up worshipping a lot of other Roman gods. Libera and Libera, hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly, who I consider her children, and they're also consorts of each other. They make up the Aventine triad. And then there's Tellus, who's the goddess of the earth, Terra Mater, and she's very closely tied with Ceres. Their festivals fall closely together or on the same date. And I'm actually working on becoming a devotee of Tellus and maybe her priest at some point. So for a while I was worshiping Egyptian and Roman gods. Let's see. Then at some point after that, I became interested in the Arabian gods, especially the god Dushara, god of the mountains, and a bunch of other things. He actually had worship in Italy, so everything seems to go back to Italy. I don't know. Anyways, I ended up having interest in him, but I didn't follow through with that because I got pulled away. I basically felt like Ceres was telling me, hey, if you want to be my priest, if you want to get more serious in the Roman community and in the pagan community in general, you need to focus. So I focused only on Ceres and the Roman pantheon. And I also, because I was still feeling out the Roman gods and like who I wanted to worship, like who I connected with. I'm like, I'm open to everyone. Hi. So I had to cut down who I was worshiping. I had to cut, so my practice condensed into Ceres and a few other gods, and I focused for a while. And I didn't really post online at this point. So now after all that, 5 years later, in 2017, I became like a priest in training of Ceres. And I'm trying to be more active online. And now I have a little Egyptian Kemetic shrine up, my Roman shrine, my Lorarium, and I have a small little Arabian shrine, a little Wathan shrine. So I'm exploring that. So 5 years, I think it's 5 years. 6 years. 6 years almost. It will be. Not yet. But by the end of this year, 6 years as a pagan. And I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty happy with the direction I'm going in. I'm trying to take it kind of slow with the whole priest in training thing because I need to be more active in the community, online as well as offline. And I need to take a more, I guess, leadership role. I'm honestly figuring this out a little more, so I'm trying to take it slow, but I'm committed because this is what I want. So, yeah, that's where I'm at so far. A priest in training of Ceres, hope to be a priest of Tellus as well, and I worship the Roman, Kemetic, and Arabian gods.